Hi, welcome to the DLL Short Psychology Taster video. Psychology is a scientific study of mind and behaviour. It is a vast topic with many different areas. These might include forensic psychology, clinical psychology, health psychology, and many more. This clip will introduce you to one of the main areas of investigation within the branch of cognitive psychology. Cognitive psychology is concerned with our internal mental processes. In particular, we're going to be looking at the topic of memory. What is memory? Memory captures the processes associated with storing information over a given period of time. The amount of time in which we store information for can differ, and this is accounted for by the different types of memory. Short-term memory relates to storing information for brief periods of time. Long-term memory is about storing information for a much longer period of time and potentially for our entire lifetime. Short-term memory and long-term memory differ in terms of their capacity, duration, and encoding processes. Capacity relates to the amount of information in which each of these memories can store. Duration relates to the length of time for which they can store information for. Encoding processes capture how that information is represented within the mind. Grab a pen and paper because we're going to have a go at a quick memory activity. Pause the video here while you get prepared. 15 letters will flash on your screen for a short amount of time. After this time period, the screen will then go blank. Your task is to remember the letters that initially popped up on the screen. When prompted, I want you to write down the letters that you can remember. Get ready. Go. Time's up. I want you to write down as many of those letters that you can remember. There were 15 letters displayed on that string of letters. How many of those 15 did you remember? Additionally, I want you to think about how you tried to retain that information. Did you use any techniques to try and store the information in your mind? Let's take another look at that string of letters. Compare your answers to the ones I've put up here. Now, if we take a closer look, we can see that this information can actually be broken down into more meaningful units. This process is called chunking. CIA, DLL, STM, FBI, UOS, and LTM. What was initially 15 individual letters has now become 6 meaningful units of information. Chunking is the process of combining individual letters or numbers into one larger, more meaningful unit. The letters I presented to you as a string of random letters don't mean much. However, you can chunk them into more well-known acronyms to help you remember more items. Cognitive psychologist George Miller was famous for popularising this idea. Miller stated that the capacity of short-term memory was 7 plus or minus 2. You might sometimes see this referred to as Miller's magic number 7. This means that if a person was presented with a string of non-meaningful individual letters or numbers, like in the list that I first showed you, it's probably likely that you remembered somewhere between 5 or 9 of the individual letters. However, by chunking this information, the chunks now represent one unit. As such, you'd likely be able to recall somewhere between 5 to 9 of the larger chunked units, and this would possibly then enable you to recall the full list of all the letters. For more information on chunking, there's a research article you can read here. For more information about psychology generally, the BPS website is a great place for more information and resources.